We're an Il'gynoth here. Um, Pretty basic encounter. It's really, I don't want to say mechanics heavy, but it's like positional requirements. Um, it's overall pretty easy as long as you can grasp how the positioning works, at least in theory. So first um, you have the boss Il'gynoth does, or the mechanics that Il'gynoth does, and then you have the mechanics that the ads do. And what happens is that's not a good. I'll just use this. So you have Il'gynoth here, and you have to kill him one, two, three, four, 4 times. You kill Il'gynoth 4 times. Every time you down him, you got to go on one of these bad boys. These, um, you need to kill 3 of them. So it's gonna go Il'gynoth, add, Il'gynoth, add, Il'gynoth, add, Il'gynoth, and that's the fight. Once these are dead, they start spawning these. They basically put a cast out, and that will spawn these ads. So the longer the fight goes on, more ads you have, harder it gets. So the Il'gynoth will do a frontal. Don't be in front. It's the tank debuff, honestly. So don't be there or make sure the tank that has aggro is pointing it away. The big mechanic, I guess there's two biggish mechanics in this first part. So the first is this Touch of Corruptor. Basically, Il'gynoth will just charm 2 random players. You have to DPS them out of the charm. They have a circle around them. If you come into contact with the circle, then you will get charmed. Melee unfriendly to say the least. That basically just prevents you from gripping people into melee and having them get broken out immediately. So you could Tremor Totem them in testing. So like right now, like if we have AC New Sham, which we don't, he doesn't transfer it, so there's no name him yet. We might be able to just get out of all of them, the ones that are in the range of the Tremor Totem. So we'll have to see about that. Yeah, this Corrupted Gaze, it basically follows you around, and so like this is gonna look really stupid, I swear. But so like if this is my mouse is the player here, you'll have this bit gaze that follows you. You want to do something like this, either make a circle or go through it a second or something like that. What you don't want to do is just kite the gaze across the room or kite the gaze across the room. You want to keep it nice and compact. Um, as I said, make a circle or do whatever to keep it nice and compact because when you stand in it, it inflicts damage to you every second and silences you. Not good. So as I said, you kill the organs, you get this blood. It works on like Il'gynoth in Emerald Nightmare. They'll fixate on you, they'll attack you. You can dispel that dot that they put on you. Every time they auto attack, they put a dot on you. Um, when you kill them, they do a burst of damage. So don't kill them all at the same time, but it's really not that big of a problem. So I might need to mark them. Unsure yet. Again, this is the dot that's dispelled. So these organs, you'll basically DPS these organs down one at a time, and I'll go over the positioning in a second. This is when they die, the bloods come out. Um, these are the bloods that are coming out of the other ads that fixate you. I'm pretty sure that there's the circle mechanic in Heroic. I might have forgotten to put it. Give me 1 second. It would probably be coming from... Maybe there isn't. No, no, no. I feel like there should be. Um, Maybe they did make it mythic only. That'd be wild. Because I think in heroic testing they had that mechanic. Okay, maybe they removed it in heroic. But just as a preparation, because they could change it if they think the fight's too easy. Because the mechanic is right here. This is it. Cursed Blood. But it says Mythic difficulty. Um, so the mechanic will basically put this circle on you,
out the raid and then
and you
collapse
have
and
to spread out with
reform.
it
It's nice standard stuff.
and whatnot. So you want to be loose spread like the whole time. If this isn't in it, you just kind of stack up under the boss in these organ phases and just destroy them. So I went under the impression that we would be dealing with that mechanic. So we have a loose spread here. This is where we start. So it'll basically go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, this ad is. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we want to kind of like. The reason for this is because those pools will be going on the ground and we need to give people more room. The reason there's a spread here is because if you look in this video, so they're dealing with the charm player. Actually, this is perfect. So you see the charm player here? I went backwards a little. There it is. Okay. So he has this little 4-yard radius around him. Notice how like really the melee aren't doing it, and they're just DPSing him out. And oh fuck. So anyway, that's what it is. And then for this mechanic here, hopefully they're gonna stack up on the organ. The gate will open. Yep. So what their strategy is they stack up and then spread out. I that might be the play, that might not be the play. I don't really know. I just put loose spread because I think it's safer, but what they're doing right now is they're just like loose stacking, and whoever has it moves out and whoever doesn't have it moves in. And that might be what ends up happening. So you have this safe spot in the middle right here. This guy's just going to take one hit. It's not the end of the world. And the other thing to note is these ads, they do casts. So the whole group is here, so it's like, who cares? That cast, pure pumping blood. So the idea is we want we basically want to have interrupt groups out on the other ads when the gate is open, even though they won't be on the organ. So what I did here is you see, and there's a reason for this. So you have Snooze and Yaruno on this far ad, which is ad 3. The reasoning, I mean, it really doesn't matter the tank, but the reason Yaruno's there is because he's just a single target class who doesn't really offer much cleave. So, and he can off heal if it gets sketchy. So that's what he'll be doing. He'll be off healing, he'll be interrupting, and he'll be with snooze and etc. Then you have same situation here. Kais can off heal and interrupt. Now, when this ad dies, the whole group's gonna move here. So I mean, Kais and Icky just chill here, and maybe Icky could move over if they want. But if he's playing a Blood Death Knight on progression, then he won't be able to. But that's for Mythic. So we'll keep it like this. So these guys will just work together. These guys will work together. This group will come over. Then these guys will stay here, and then everyone will come here. In the main group, just someone get the interrupt. Literally, 2 people can do it. And that's the fight. So I am curious that they took that circle mechanic out of heroic. I'm actually pretty surprised. So we'll see what happens on live. One thing also to note is the mythic mechanics. So in short, You get a curse, and it's those circles, and they expand in size and shrink in size. Um, the bigger it is, the more damage it does, I want to say. Um, and it does damage everyone, so it's a very tight positioning requirement that is going to be happening. So you also have this mechanic here. Don't really know what it does, so it seems like a tank. So wait, Inglehast submerges his organs or reveal. So unsure. You might have to have it might be a 3 tank fight, or you might have your tanks have to deal with the organs. So it might be like just a tank here, tank here, and something you have to tank. Unsure. Um, then you have this absorbing charge. Again, not really sure what it does. But I guess the main mechanic is that shrinking and expanding. It's a healer mechanic and a positioning requirement. So, but other than that, just pretty simple fight. Deal with the ads. I just kind of say kill them when you see them. But if you're low health, then don't kill them, or you like don't kill like 4 in a row. So other than that, that's Il'gynoth. Pretty basic. Gonna cut the video off here. Peace out.